proficiency course was very good, and a total of 200 students and staff registered for it, even at short notice. It is intended that this course will be open to others, especially the business persons in town, to enable them enhance their proficiency in the Chinese language. Akan is also gradually making an impact as it is offered as a service course at the School of Medical Sciences and was patronized by about 23 students last semester. The department has also mooted the idea of establishing a translation bureau to offer proficiency courses in Akan and Chinese as sources of income generation. Research areas in the department cover a wide spectrum of subject areas. Apart from those dealing with language and literature of the two languages, there are others that deal with aspects of culture. For example, Professor Opoku Ajiman, Dr. Charles Mafo, and Mr. Joseph Nsia are working on the cultural, literacy, and linguistic significance of Adinkra symbols. Professor Opoku Ajiman's work on traditional science, a case study of Akan myths and religion, the use of symbols as a vehicle for communication among Akans, as well as the changing fortunes of the praise singer, which he pursued with Mrs. Miraku Jima, have all been accepted for publication. Also of major significance is the work by Professor Opoku Ajiman, Lawrence Tufor, Otim Preko, and Mr. Nati on environmental science and Akan traditional beliefs. Dr. Charles Mafo and Philomena Bakan's publication in the Journal of Language, Technology, and Entrepreneurship in Africa on expressing culture through drama is also worthy of mention. Apart from all these publications, faculty members attended 11 conferences, during which time papers were also presented. Distinguished invited guests, the Department of Religious Studies is one of the new departments in the College of Art and Social Sciences, and yet it has grown steadily to stabilize its position. It has a major role to play in a science and technology university such as KNUST, to the extent that it introduces morality and ethics into our academic programs. As a department, it also exposes human development with special emphasis on how norms of behavior are derived and applied while examining faith and belief in a world characterized by scientific modernity. As a relatively new and small department, its research records have had a major boost. The major research contribution from the department thus far has been its conference on science and religion, proceedings of which have been published by the university's printing press. The publication is a well-edited collection of papers that establish the nexus between science and religion and how they should influence our work as a University of Science and Technology. Indeed, it clearly establishes the fact that science and religion are closely related, and hence each should reinforce the other. Other publications during the year under review include a book chapter in The Mustard Seed of Religious Tolerance and Peaceful Coexistence in Ghana by Reverend Dr. Nathan Idrisu Sanwini. In addition to these publications, faculty members attended several conferences, presented keynote addresses at various national functions, and continued with their pastoral duties. The department performance has been encouraging, and its future prospects appear bright in the University of Science and Technology, provided we can cap the numbers that enroll in the undergraduate program. The Department of History and Political Studies is also fairly well patronized by students, and during the year under review, several faculty members pursued their research interests and attended conferences, workshops, and seminars. Dr. William Adonko attended the International Seminar on Africa, Europe, and the Americas, the 1500s to the 1700s, sponsored by the Omohudro Institute of Early American History and the Institute of International and Advanced Studies, during which time she presented a paper on slavery, slave trading, and memories, a reconstruction of social history in Asante, Seshwi, and Bono Ahafo areas. Over the 14th to the 17th December 2009 period, she also presented a paper on heritage, economy, and political control, financing a modern monarchy through reinvention of traditional measures in Asante at an international conference on heritage. Her chapter entitled Female Leadership Among the Asantes were presented in the book entitled Societies of Peace, Matriarchies, Past, Present, and Future. Mr. Vincent Dodu attended the World Academy of Science, Engineering, and Technology Conference in Paris and presented the following two papers, which have since been published as part of peer review proceedings: The Tradition of Cooperation in the North Atlantic and the Commune to Commune and the Evolution of the Cooperative State. Mr. Mohamed Abbas participated in a stakeholders consultative forum on accelerated decentralization in Ghana in Sunyani, where he presented a paper on 20 years of decentralized local governance and assembly system in Ghana. The Center for Intellectual Renewal in Accra has endowed the department with a Peggy Appiah Prize for excellent work in history. Two graduating students, Mr. James Kofi Quarty and Miss Juliet Opong Boating, have been nominated as first recipients and will receive the awards at a brief ceremony later on this afternoon. The department may not have generated several journal articles or research publications during the year under review, but it had a very successful academic year with fruitful and rewarding programs. What is also commendable was the participatory manner in which most activities were evolved and carried out with the involvement of